The Camp Courageous Board of Directors is proud to announce Bud and Georgia Johnson of Monticello, Iowa, have been selected to the Camp Courageous Honorary Board, the highest honor the camp can bestow on anyone. They joined the ranks of individuals like Leo Greco, Tate Cummins, and a small number of others who have made a huge impact in the success of Camp Courageous in the eyes of tens of thousands of campers with disabilities. The Johnsons could be best described as a couple where the more they have given, the more it has come back to them many times over. At the very core of the Johnsons is the need to share their blessings with others. They have touched the lives of an endless number of individuals throughout the world with their kindness, and often leveling the playing field for those who do not have the same advantages as others. Camp Courageous has been humbled and honored to be one of the many who have shared in the Johnsons' blessings. In 1983, when Bud Johnson moved to Monticello, he had little more than a U-Haul truck and an idea to establish the Iowa branch of Mintech Citrus, an already up-and-coming company that started 2 years prior in Windham, Minnesota. Mintech Citrus is a family-owned and operated company. Bud, along with his brother Woody, have been involved with the company since the beginning in the early 80s. The Minnesota and Iowa locations are run independently, but work closely together. Through this business, Bud and Georgia Johnson provide fresh quality fruit and meat sausage products for fundraising projects in schools and any other organization looking for a great product at a great price. Mintex is a super fundraising opportunity, but Bud and Georgia take it a step further and teach students the ability to learn how a business works. Toward the end of each season comes the donation of thousands of dollars in fresh fruit, meats, and cheeses to Camp Courageous, which the campers love. Bud and Georgia are sports enthusiasts. They have given thousands of young people the opportunity to play sports and thus grow personally into outstanding individuals, thanks to the faith the Johnsons put in them. They have witnessed firsthand how sports have reshaped individuals through team building, leadership skills, social interaction, cooperation, compromise, and of course, better health. Their love for sports, particularly baseball, was something they both grew up with. Bud's high school team, the Albert City Truesdale Hurricanes, played in the 1971 state tournament, which was played in Cedar Rapids in the former Kingston Stadium. George's brother, Jim Van Scoy, is a former National High School Baseball Coach of the Year from Norway, Iowa. The feature film, The Final Season, profiled Jim's career and his legendary record of 12 state baseball championships. From Little League in Monticello, Iowa, to the University of Iowa football, women's basketball, and women's volleyball teams, the Johnsons have opened their hearts and their home to hundreds of athletes from Iowa. But it is also important for the Johnsons that these young athletes realize how blessed they are. Thus, any time when the University of Iowa players visited the Johnsons, a trip to Camp Courageous was part of the outing. The campers were amazed with these rock stars in their eyes, and it was a very emotional eye-opener for the players. The Johnsons have a reputation for hard work, dedication, and integrity in everything they are affiliated with. When they put their name on any project, there is a high standard of quality that comes with it. They are natural leaders who can put a group of volunteers together to help with a project in a very short amount of time. Since coming to Monticello, Bud and Georgia Johnson have played a leadership role at Camp Courageous, like assisting thousands of people to their seats at dozens of Camp Courageous open houses and omelet and pancake breakfasts, many times dressing up so they stood out for people to see. Georgia has served on the Pineapple Committee for years. She has helped fill the shoes of many friends and giants on this committee that we have lost, including Tom Eggleston, Kay Pitlick, Ralph Palmer, Don Kuba, and Winnie Williams. She has made a name for herself by bringing in the most top auction items. Bud and Georgia have led many campaigns to better Camp Courageous. They were among the first to step forward and help in a big way with the purchase of the Pictured Rocks edition, formerly the Pictured Rocks United Methodist Camp. Most recently, they provided camp with 2 new pickleball courts for their love of pickleball, and they were key with the zipline, multi-purpose field, solar, and so much more. One might describe Bud as a quiet, bashful, super nice person. But given the opportunity to promote a project at Camp Courageous, he turns into a different person. From a member of the women's basketball team to a baseball player, Bud makes the end of the Pineapple Gala come alive, not only performing, but they have often matched the money raised for the final item of the night. For example, camp needed a new septic system, and Bud wore a toilet plunger as a hat, and sold toilet paper for $1,000 a roll. The Johnsons have dedicated decades of time and resources to Camp Courageous. And in addition, they have introduced hundreds of organizations and thousands of friends to the camp, for which we will be forever grateful. The bottom line is that anytime, anywhere Camp Courageous needs assistance, it can always count on Bud and Georgia Johnson, as they have for decades. It is truly an honor for Camp Courageous to induct Bud and Georgia Johnson onto the Camp Courageous Honorary Board this evening. Would Amy Rouse, Chair of the Board of Directors at Camp Courageous, please come to the stage to make the presentation.